Today is June 23rd, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are Diaoyutai sovereignty war and the 92 consensus controversy of KMT. First, I want to talk about Diaoyutai sovereignty war. Diaoyutai belongs to Taiwan. However, the Taiwanese representative in Japan, Xie Changting, made an indiscreet remark yesterday, and he said, Japan owns the Diaoyutai's de facto control, 事实管领权. Why did Xie Changting say the de facto control of Japan? Why did Xie Changting, as a representative of the Republic of China in Japan, use this kind of saying? I think Xie Changting made a mistake. First, Japan might have the de facto control of Diaoyutai, which is like administration right. But this is not sovereignty of Diaoyutai Island. Second, in June 1971, after the United States announced that the administration right of Diaoyutai was transferred to Japan, it triggered a big rebound of protests around the world. And facing this huge opposition, the United States clarified 4 months later, which is in October 1971, the United States emphasized that the returning of the administration right to these islands to Japan will not harm the claims on sovereignty. And that means the sovereignty of Diaoyutai Island was not confirmed yet and must be decided by all parties. The all parties might be, Taiwan, China, or Japan. And Japan's Shiyuan-shi Ishika City Council in Okinawa passed the proposal to change the name of Diaoyutai Island from Deng-ye-cheng Tonoshio to Deng-ye-cheng Jienge Tonoshio Senkaku on June 22nd. However, Taiwan also changed the name of Diaoyutai as Yilan Toucheng Diaoyutai. That means Diaoyutai is part of Yilan County in Taiwan. I want to emphasize that A, administration rights is not sovereignty. B, the Diaoyutai issue has become a reason for the opposition party, DPP, talking about a KMT to attack the ruling party, DPP. And KMT called on President Tsai to visit Diaoyutai to claim Taiwan's sovereignty. But I think this is unrealistic. Why? Because when KMT was the ruling party in Taiwan, former President Ma Ying-jeou did not visit Diaoyutai. And how can KMT ask President Tsai to visit Diaoyutai now? Also, Taiwan and Japan's action toward Diaoyutai controversy, it's a set-aside controversy. But how long will the set-aside last? Well, we will wait and see. Second issue, about the 92 consensus controversy of KMT. Is KMT saying goodbye to the 92 consensus? The current chairman, Jiang Qi-chen, presented a very clever argument that if China wants to use the 92 consensus as a cross-strait foundation, then China have to recognize the sovereignty of the Republic of China. But we know that it is impossible for China to recognize the sovereignty of the Republic of China. Therefore, the 92 consensus does not exist. This logic is very clear, but former President Ma Ying-jeou and former Vice President Lin Zhan were against it. I think what KMT Chairman Jiang Qi-chen said is right, because KMT have to realize that the 92 consensus is no longer one China, two interpretation. It is totally one China, period. And this one China is the People's Republic of China. Well, this is something that Taiwanese cannot accept. Tsai Ing-wen opposed the 92 consensus, and she won a high vote of more than 8.17 million, while keep ahead Han Kuo-yu's 5.52 million votes, with a big gap of 2.6 million votes. Can KMT leave the burden away from the 92 consensus? This will be an important point for the KMT to survive in Taiwan. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases. President Tsai addressed Copenhagen Democracy Summit via video, and she talked about Taiwan defense shared values in face of rising authoritarianism. And she said, people of Taiwan overwhelmingly choose democracy in the presidential election this year. Democracy is in Taiwan's DNA and is what enabled all segments of Taiwan society to quickly come together in the fight against the pandemic. She also said Taiwan's efforts in combating coronavirus. And the WHO decided to put politics above health, not inviting Taiwan on the 73rd WHA, that is World Health Assembly. Nonetheless, Taiwan can help by sharing its know-how and resources with the countries around the globe. However, China lashed out at DPP's political maneuvering in the international community. Spokesperson for the Taiwan Affairs Office of the State Council in China, Zhu Fenglian, said that. And she said it was a political manipulation under the pretext of democracy, using the platform of some non-governmental organizations. The move once again exposed the DPP's attempt to take advantage of various international occasions to seek Taiwan independence. Well, that is China's point of view. And I want to say that the 22nd Europe-China Summit took place on June 22nd via video conference. EU warns China of very negative consequences over China opposed the Hong Kong security law. And European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen also said that. She said that we express concerns over China's security law for Hong Kong, which will jeopardize its semi-autonomous status and rule as a global financial hub. As EU and China met for a summit amid tensions over tariffs, scattering Chinese companies, and Europe's fear over Beijing's growing global sway, China's Premier Li Keqiang said that China favors cooperations with EU over competition. I think Li Keqiang is kind of implied that they really show a friendly gesture to Europe and they really want to cooperate with Europe. But I don't know whether the European countries will buy it or not. And talking about former National Security Advisor John Bolton's new book, he revealed that, Trump was particularly disaffected about Taiwan. In this, Bolton's 577-page memoir, The Room Where It Happened, Bolton predicts that based on Trump's abandonment of the Kurds last year, Taiwan is high on the list of countries he will drop next. He also documents how Trump ordered Bolton to quietly go ahead with the F-16 fighter jet so that, not to upset China or about the chairman Xi Jinping. And I want to say something about Bolton saying that Taiwan will be abandoned by Trump. Actually, there is a saying Taiwan, we call 没有永远的盟友，也没有永远的敌人, which means that we have no eternal allies and we have no perpetual enemies. We know the situation and we will be on our own. So Bolton, you don't have to worry about that. And beside Bolton's book, and Taiwan Premier Su Jin-chang said that Taiwan and the United States have maintained good ties over the years. We share the same democratic values. We believe that the United States and Taiwan will work together to maintain regional peace. We know that China is suffering from the flood in many provinces. And you know that there's a very strange things happen today. You can see it from Weibo and say that Chengdu in the Sichuan province, and also Shenyang, they also have that, like in Liaoning province, they kind of, generated with that tremendous noise. And people are worried about that. And we know that the government is, still investigating it. It is like a mystery. So that would be today's The View with Catherine Chang. How about your day? I hope everything is fine. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.